Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. I've had a lot of people reaching out to me in regards to my underground racing built twin turbo Huracan. So I thought I would take a little bit of time today and give you a full review on my thoughts about the car. I've actually had enough time now to get in it, get some seat time, get familiar with the car. Actually given some rides to some friends, some family members. I have posted some of those videos up. The reactions in those videos, I think, speak for themselves. People want to know why I chose underground racing. I know there's several shops that build these cars. How does the car get down on the 888s? There's a couple questions I've been getting, and especially on the higher boost maps. So here's some thoughts on the car. First and foremost, when putting a lot of thought in buying one of these cars, I really did a lot of research on what shop I would want to build my car, possibly look into buying a car already built. I'm pretty OCD about my cars, so for me to find the right car from the right owner that maintained it, kept the upkeep up to my liking was going to be very tough. But to my surprise, I found this car in Florida, Boca Raton, built by Underground. The owner obviously took very, very, very good care, kept the maintenance up on the car. The car is fully wrapped in clear bra, including the windows. It's sitting on 888s, HRU wheels. It's a stage 3 plus car built by Underground Racing. It's the Verde Mantis color, the color that I was actually looking for. Couple things that I have in my mind that I can tell you about this car was my biggest question when looking at buying one of these cars was, can the car get down on a 888? Will it perform consistently on that tire and run numbers that I was hearing and everybody was claiming? So that was a big question mark in my head. I'm very familiar with high horsepower street cars as well as drag race cars. I've raced all over the country with NMRA, NMCA, etc. So that was one of my big questions in my head. Will this car do what they say it will? And on that tire, not being on a drag radial, more on a type of a street tire that it is with that 888. It's kind of more of a street tire. I can just tell you this. I'm very conservative when I buy a car, especially a high horsepower car. I want to know, in my mind, okay, if this car runs this number, 60 to 130, I'm going to be pretty happy. But I really like it to run this number. Well, let me just tell you this. What this car does, 60 to 130, blew my expectations away. Both sets of numbers I had in my head, the car blew both of those sets of numbers out of the water. The car, what really impressed me the most about this car is on especially the big boost maps, it's literally on rails. The car is so stable. The way it transfers power to the pavement is unbelievable. And the consistency between one pole to the second pole to the next pole, it's within hundreds of each other. Like, it's not a one-hit wonder where it runs some crazy amount of speed or a crazy amount of ET, and then the next time it's out to lunch. This car performs within hundreds from one pole to the next. That's what impressed me the most about this car. The Motec and the Underground Racing Shop has done an unbelievable build on these cars, and how they transfer the power to the pavement with the traction control and the Motec it's really astonishing. That's what set me back for a minute when I had to reflect back on this car after driving it for the first time. Was like, wow, I've been in a lot of big horsepower cars on the street that work really well with great firmware, but this car has really impressed me in all aspects. How it drives, the car is much lower than factory, so I was a little bit concerned about the car is going to be a really rough ride. Not the case at all. So that was really relieving to actually get out and drive it and know that the car is comfortable to drive and it's not a box of bolts, if you will. Everybody asks me why I chose Underground Racing. Again, there's a lot of shops out there that do build the Huracan. I just kept going back to the reviews, reaching out to a few of the customers that own these cars, got great feedback from them. They're very happy. Kevin was very good about standing behind his product. They just kind of go hand in hand with that. When I bought this car, still wasn't in my possession. Car was still in the previous owner's possession in his garage. I think I had this car paid for about 3 days maybe. And then Kevin, out of nowhere, reached out to me via an email saying, hey, congrats on your purchase. Welcome to the family. If there's anything you need from me, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm here for all your needs. Since then, I've reached out to him a couple times, just asking him some generic questions and just curiosity of questions that I had. Within minutes, he responded, full details on the do's, the don'ts, the maintenance, all the questions that I had, he answered to full detail. Again, to me, that's worth so much more than what I paid for the car, to have an actual shop that actually stands behind their product. And again, that's worth its weight in gold in my opinion. You can't put a price on that. There's a lot of shops I've dealt with over the years that have been good to me, and I've had some that aren't. So I've been on both sides of the fence, so I understand what that looks like. But again, some of you may know, or maybe you don't know, I also have an ACR being built by Calvo Motorsports. I should be taking delivery of that car here within the next 2-3 weeks. Super excited to get that car back and be able to have the comparison between the two power shops. I call, underground racing being the top tier, in my opinion, in the underground, in the Huracan world, versus Calvo with the Viper. I feel like he has the Vipers down to a science. I'm looking forward to comparing the two cars, giving you a full review on that car as well. And in the future videos coming, I will be posting 60 to 130 times on my Huracan as well as the Calvo built Viper, so you get an idea up close and personal of what they do run, my thoughts on them, and how they compare against each other. I think that everybody is asking a lot of questions. Can the rear wheel drive car get down with the all wheel drive cars? I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity to own both of them, so I will give you my full thoughts and details on those. Again, that car should be back here within the next 2-3 weeks. So in the meantime, if this is the kind of content you like, please hit the subscribe button. There's a lot of underground racing Huracan content coming, as well as the Calvo Motorsports Viper ACR content coming. We are going to try to get out this summer. There's a lot of big built high-end GTRs in our area. We're going to try to get down to Mexico and have some fun with those guys, get some video of that going on, so you guys can get a good up-close personal idea of how these cars perform on the street. So please, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, stay tuned to our page. A lot of great stuff coming in the near future here. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.